inland. So any second now, I think we'll be able to call it landfall, or somebody will anyway.
And this is going to be Holden Beach, Sunset Beach, somewhere, Oak Island, somewhere right in that.
Yeah, right in there, Holden Beach, very close to Holden Beach. It looks like.
The last pictures we had out of there were incredible to show that force of the rain and the wind as that eye wall approached, but then we lost that camera. What we're getting now, though, is a double whammy. We're going to have Dan Whittaker and Chris Jackson at the same time as they're dialing into our Zoom, and I see them popping up on the screen. So we'll get some of those eyewitness reports coming in from people on the ground, because now we're beginning to lose the network that was showing us the camera and the internet. Dan or Chris, either one of you available to talk right now? I know you're probably let's go to Dan Whittaker. We have a picture from Dan. Dan, where are you? What are you seeing?
Hey, I am in Wrightsville or Wilmington, kind of center of Wilmington right now. And let me turn the camera on here. Let's see if you can see the wind. The wind's really starting to pick up. You can see we've got some kind of fast wind moving across one of the trees. I just witnessed probably 2 or 3 power flashes in a row occurring what looked to be kind of in south or southeast Wilmington. So, yeah, it's really definitely starting to pick up here. Not seeing a whole lot for the flooding yet, but let's see if you can see the I'll step outside for a little perspective here. But yeah, it's shaking my vehicle. Let me go ahead and step out here.
Currently, be safe, Dan. So Dan is just north of where we think this landfall is going to be here in the next few minutes or so, and he's beginning to already see some of that eye wall really is approaching you, Dan.
Okay. Let's see. Can y'all hear me a little bit better?
We got you, Dan.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if we can see some of this rain coming flying through here.
So, Dan, we have your picture. We're seeing the heavy rain. We're hearing the wind. You're certainly getting soaked. For our viewers, you're near Wilmington. That's where you're coming into some of those most concrete bands. We'll give you a second to catch your breath, because I don't know how long we're going to have him for, and I want to take advantage of the fact that we have video coming in from Chris Jackson as well, too, who last we heard was in Cherry Grove near North Myrtle Beach. Chris, can you hear us? Where are you? What are you seeing?
Yeah, James, how's it going, guys? Yeah, still in Cherry Grove. Sitting at 22nd Avenue and Spring Street. And, wow, the storm surge down here is absolutely incredible.
We were taking a look at your Periscope video, Chris, where we could see how much of that community is flooded right now.
James, I don't want to speculate, but I'm going to say there's at least 70% of this community that's underwater.
What are you seeing right now in terms of, we were talking a little bit about your own precautions, your own safety. Are you cut off, or where are we with regards to reaching this community?
I'm not sure. Good gracious, we're getting the backside of the eye wall right now. But I don't know if I can head back south toward North Myrtle Beach, but there is no way out of here on South Carolina Highway 9, the main road out of Cherry Grove. It's about 5 feet deep in water right now. And if you can see this, right in front of my truck, there's white caps going down the middle of this street in front of me.
Goodness.
How would you say the conditions have changed? You're now kind of on the western wall.
Yes.
What were things like the last 30 minutes?
So really, honestly, probably the last 45 or maybe an hour. We had a stiff onshore flow. Basically, we followed that western eye wall all the way up from Spring Maid Pier in Myrtle Beach. And we got up here, and at first it wasn't a whole lot going on. And then, I don't know if there was a partial landfall here or what, but the winds went calm for a solid 20 minutes. There was no wind blowing, no rain, no nothing. And I thought at one point I heard a C-130 Hercules, one of the recon planes from the 53rd, but I'm not sure. But it sure sounded like it. Anyways, now we're starting to get the southwesterly wind on the backside of the eye wall, and the water's completely changed directions.
Chris, first of all, good to see you. Good to talk to you. It's been a while. Miss having you around. Glad that you are safe. You and Ann are safe. Thoughts on this? I mean, just yesterday we didn't know if we was going to have a system, and it's really intensified this evening as it's making landfall. I mean, I know you love geeking out over these storms, and it makes you so giddy, and I love your excitement. What do you think about what's going on?
Well, I mean, I think there was signs that it wanted to happen. I mean, this storm has tried its entire life to overachieve. And, the last 3 to 4 days after it was down in the Bahamas, the dry air intrusion really was, did a number on it. But still, even then, it continued to try to develop, the strong inner core eye walls. And, during the day today, really after about 12, 1 o'clock, we started to see that eye wall start to get really concentric, and it tried to close itself off. And it did for a while. Then it started looking raggy. And, once things started happening down here, and I'm looking at the radar right now on my laptop here, it finally did its thing. So it was able to finally do what it wanted to do. And it's amazing because I just saw that this is the third highest storm surge on record down here.
That was my next question. A lot of the wind up in the Oak Island area, but where you are, really seems like storm surge is going to be the main effect from Isaias there along the Grand Strands.
Yeah, and I'll Scotty, if I can do it, let's see here. I'll try to do my best here. But I've got my beacon pulled up on Spotter Network, kind of where I'm sitting right now. And Brett, he's stranded at the Shell station in 4 feet of water, but he's on a hot spot, so he's okay. But the marsh here in Cherry Grove, I can vouch for every single one of these houses on this street, that street, all the way down to about right there, that big tower. That's at least 15 or 20 streets, maybe 25 streets. Every single one of them streets is flooded with at least 4 feet of water. Almost every single one of them streets has a fire truck or 2 fire trucks or 3 fire trucks with boat crews rescuing people right now. And I don't know how far up Cherry Grove it goes. I'm sure it goes all the way to the end, but I've only been able to get about halfway down there.
Definitely.
So I don't know the magnitude of it, but it's large. It's big. There's a lot of rescues happening down here tonight, and the storm surge is, like I said, absolutely incredible.
We've been monitoring the Twitter and just hearing of all the water rescues going on down there is just amazing. And I hope you guys, you and Ann, stay safe out there, because I know you know what you're doing. We're not telling you know what you're doing, but just be safe down there.
Yeah, I'm solo. I'm with the Brett and Logan with the Lost Orange Media. We're just kind of doing our thing. We're tag teaming this and checking out different spots together. And we found this by accident, Scotty. We were actually leaving. I was up here, and they were coming up here. They would stop to shoot a shot down in Myrtle. And I got up here, and I didn't see anything because I come in the main drag from North Myrtle Beach up the ocean. Well, I didn't know it, but that's the highest elevation spot of Cherry Grove. There was no flooding. I never saw anything. And then I get up here, and all of a sudden the storm surge started. And then they come down a side street. They were looking at my Spotter Network beacon because I called them when we were getting ready to leave to go to Oak Island. We were going to go get the eye wall up there. And all of a sudden, I ended up in about 4 feet of water.
That's crazy. Well, you stay safe down there. Be careful, and we're wishing you the best. And
absolutely
get some great footage.
Yeah, it's I can't wait to see what the morning brings.
Yeah, I'm sure did you bring the drone? You got the drone out there ready to go?
Oh yeah, I've got the drone. I've got a few cameras. We're ready to do this thing. I really want to get up to Oak Island. I don't know if you guys are heard or not, but I've heard on Bald Head Island there's some houses that were apparently completely destroyed, or I don't know how many, but from what I hear, that's a pretty ritzy little neighborhood up there with some serious significant damage. Homes completely destroyed from that earlier tornado.
Yeah, Frank and I was doing some live stuff then, and it does definitely look like a pretty hard hit area there on one side of Bald Head Island for sure.
Yeah, it sure does. The radar debris signature was fairly impressive down there. So I bet there was a lot of junk that was pulled up and to cause that. So there was probably a lot of damage.
Right. And it's good to see you, Frank, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? A lot of talk on Facebook. Finally getting to see you here.
I know also in Oak Island, where they had the first original tornado warning. I have a friend that lives there, and she said that they have a neighbor's, the entire roof of the house is laying in a street. That's where we were going to get. We were trying to go get some footage of that. But Storm Surge said no.
Federal Point is sustained at 70 with gusts to 85.
Wow. Hey,
Round
Jared.
Bald Head. Hey, man.
Hope you
Good
guys
to see you.
well. Yes, you too, man.
Yeah, it's this is they are just absolutely getting slammed into that. They're just absolutely getting slammed by that eye wall right now. I wish Shay were here because he could tell us a little more about the elevation of these stations. A lot of the surrounding stations are sustained 52 and they're not quite as 70. But it's still it's still very much very much in the island in the eye wall there. So yeah, very bad by Federal Point. And guys, I think we're getting close to that official landfall. If you take a look at the radar, we're starting to see we're probably getting pretty close to that.
Yeah, I think it's either happening now or has happened. I'm just waiting for the official statement from the Hurricane Center.
Got radar on the right side of your screen and the left side of your screen now. Live pictures from Dan Whittaker, who's just to the north of Chris Jackson and across the state border where he's in Wilmington. Dan, you're in a major metropolitan area that is now on that fringe of that eye wall as the storm has theoretically come ashore. We're watching cameras in your area. We're seeing flashes of lights. Is that lightning or is that power flashes? Dan's on mute. Let's see if he can. Oh, there's one of those flashes we were just talking about. He may have actually just lost power where he is. Dan, are you able to hear us? That was an example of the weather gods hearing my question and doing the one thing I was hoping they wouldn't do.
They're back on.
And they're back. So Dan's on mute right now, but we can still see his dash cam picture. And he seems to be.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Dan. Dan, what happened?
Sorry, I was muted.
We think you lost power.
We did just lose power. It's back on for a moment. In front of me at this Audi dealership, behind me, their power did not regain there. So these are the last lights in my area, actually. And that's great because we get to actually see the rain and wind blowing because of that. And yeah, that was interesting. I'm glad I had the camera going for that power flash there. That usually signifies that this next lights, I imagine they'll be out in the next few minutes at this rate.
Dan, how would you describe the conditions right now? As best as we can tell, you're coming up on that eye wall, which is,
here we go. Well, do you see the wind blowing right now? That is significant. There's a power flash in the background and another power flash. Okay, so this we're getting a really strong gust right now that is about to take out some power for sure. Let me go ahead and kind of get situated here. I'll take you outside for a quick view, and let's see if we can kind of get into the storm a little bit here. So the conditions are very windy. I actually have an anemometer with me. I will see if I can't get a measurement here while I'm standing outside, and we can try and get a live wind measurement. So just bear with me for one moment. Here I go. Okay, here we are. So let's see if we can get a better view of the the rain here. Oh, and there goes the power going again. See it flickering. Okay, I got the anemometer up. Ooh, and this one's gonna do it. I bet you the power behind me goes out on this one. I hope y'all can see this.
We can see and hear you, Dan.
I hope you're getting a clear view of what I'm seeing here. These are some very powerful gusts. Trying to get a direct measurement with a handheld Kestrel anemometer here. We'll see what we can pick up, but oh, and there goes change.
We still have you,
Okay.
Dan. We can see you. We can hear you. We're just letting this ride in production terms. We want to give you all the space to tell our viewers what you're seeing there near Wilmington. That's incredible.
Yeah, so as you can see, it is really gusting out here. I mean, this is incredible. Let me turn the camera around. It gets back into kind of a dry view.
Dan, while you're getting resituated in your vehicle, we'll continue to monitor. We'll come back to you in a second. Maybe Frank or Scotty can pick up this new tornado warning we have now in extreme northeastern North Carolina.